Listen to me, motherfucker. I'm talking. I say horrible things sometimes because I think they're funny. My podcast is a verbal mosh pit because it's just me pinwheeling around. You don't know where the fuck I'm going to wind up, and I generally have no idea when it's going to end or start. I'm responsible for this whole goddamn thing. I want a little respect from you people. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. Lily thought she was going to catch me there, and she did not. Or she might have. Because I'll put the headset on, and then I'll sit here for like 45 minutes trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to talk about, as you all know. But this time, all I was doing was making beatbox noises. And so she hit the little computer, thought she was going to like catch some beatbox noises, and then she was probably going to release them into the wild for you folks to listen to. So if you hear this, you know it's me. Wherever you hear it, just know that Lily somehow captured it and has released it out into the air via some civil defense siren or something. It's a test of the emergency broadcast system, but now they have me doing beatbox. You know what? They should do that. Actually, that would... honestly, I hear that stupid beep noise. There's so many things that beep now, backing up trucks and people's Blackberries and shit like that. Beeping does not mean anything bad to me anymore. We need a new noise to warn people of an emergency that's coming. And I say we have to contact Dougie Fresh. We need to get him involved because this is called the show. The second you hear the show, fucking run for cover, goddammit, because Dougie Fresh is alerting you to some fucking dangerous shit that's about to happen. Dangerous Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh warns about danger. Dude, you think Dougie Fresh wouldn't take that job, for Christ's sake? Do. If you heard the Inspector Gadget theme, that's your ass. Fucking hide, baby. Dougie Fresh is rocking it out, and you're like, oh my God, something bad's about to happen. I swear to God, that would make tornadoes that much more interesting. If they fucking went to a bulletin and Dougie Fresh was just there, and he's like, this is called the show. And I can't do it. Hey, that wasn't bad. Fuck that. You know what, Dougie Fresh, you're out of a goddamn job because I think I just pulled it off. Holy shit, that was beautiful. That's how we do it, folks. That's how we rehab our old rap people by bringing them into the community and making them do great things. Right now, let's have Slick Rick. Get Slick Rick involved to telling you that some sort of earthquake is coming. Wait, there's not even an earthquake prediction system. God, I'm way ahead of myself, folks. But I'll tell you what, if there was going to be an earthquake prediction system, I think that Slick Rick would be at the vanguard of that, won't you? Oh, any black guy from the Queens with a fake English accent? Absolutely. That's the guy you want in charge of emergencies in this country. Couldn't be any worse than the other assholes we got running everything, huh? Ha, ha, ha. There's a political statement for you folks. Let's talk about Arizona. Nope. That is not going to happen. Except I will say that I need to see more of his mugshot. Could we do that, folks? Could we go ahead and put more of his mug? Literally, I watched tonight NBC Nightly News. Karen was watching it at the house. It comes on. They have their little trumpet blast, and it says, the NBC Nightly News, a special edition, tragedy in Tucson. Well, all right, it's 4 days later, fellas. I mean, we don't have to have a special edition anymore. Everybody knows what happened. And what are you going to do? What are you bringing to the table that nobody else is bringing to the table? Oh, the mugshot. Guess what? Everybody's got the goddamn mugshot. And literally, it's now he's picture in picture with everything. I watched like a Friends rerun, and down in the corner they got the mugshot trying to scare the shit out of me. Hey, we get it. And I love the spin now because first everybody was like, oh my God, political discourse is so angry in this country, and it led this guy to do this. And then everybody went and found his YouTube channel, and they went, oh, this guy's a fucking nutbag. I went and looked at this. I watched them. I made myself watch them, and then I found like these other ones. That I will tell you, man, that one creepy one is... all right, well, let's do this first of all. The mugshot yesterday, first time I saw it was twittered by Jake Tapper on ABC News, and he actually put a warning, this is disturbing. And it was just the mugshot. I mean, it's not that disturbing. If you've got video clips of the shit happening, then that's disturbing. But a guy's mugshot, just some grinning, fucking bald Lex Luthor, Uncle Fester, Dana White-looking dude, I'm sorry. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't scare me. That guy does not scare me. Yeah, he's fucking out there. If you want to, I will say there's a creepy element to his YouTube channel. I went and watched that one where I don't even know what the fuck it was. It's just like a flag in the middle of the desert, and it's sitting there. And I will say the creepy part is he emerges like from the side with a hood over his head, like a hoodie, and then he burns the flag and walks away. And you know what? It's funny. When you watch that shit, people are like, oh, we should have seen it coming. We should have known he was dangerous. No, you watch it and you're just like, it's like all the other shitty stuff that's on YouTube. I mean, that guy blended right into fucking YouTube. You watch all these other people. Although Lily just showed me the deaf girl who did CeeLo's song. Oh, come on. Who doesn't want to marry that girl now? Honestly, the girl who did "Fuck You" by CeeLo in sign language in her college final, and then got high fived by a gray guy at the end, or a gay guy. Well, he was gray too. I mean, he was a gay guy with a gray beard, so why not? He walked out and gave her the gayest high five in the history of high fives. Oh, it was awful, dude. Hold your high five. Holster your high five, Gay George. All you did was out yourself in the fuck. Literally in 1 second, you outed yourself on YouTube to 75,000 viewers because you walked out and gave the gayest, grayest high five in the history of high fiving. That was more a celebration of like you were just like You know what you did too? Even worse, you stole her moment. She was bowing, she was all happy, and you fucking gravy trained into it. You gravy gay trained in on it. That's what you did, you bastard. Let her celebrate her fucking moment. She danced and got people clapping, and then you waddle in with your fucking brush cut and your wire-rimmed glasses and your bad gray beard. Back off, Professor. Let this girl enjoy her moment. What was I talking about? God damn it. Folks, it's an early record. It's a late record, but an early record. How do I explain this to you, folks? It is late, but it is late Tuesday. Normally I record this on Wednesday, as we all know. It'll still come out Thursday. But this Wednesday is a very important day. It is, Lily Von Stupp's birthday. So apparently she's 5 years old and decided that she will not work on her birthday. Damn it. And by work, I mean tolerate me for 1 fucking second. She's like, no, Wednesday's my birthday. I have a boyfriend with a painted on mustache. I can't possibly. Holy shit, that was loud. All right, seriously. Jesus Christ, that was loud. Even I thought that was loud. And I'm sitting right next to you, but that actually blew my hair. I mean, that was like crazy. Holy God. Man. Yeah, I saw that. The nation saw the picture. You Twittered it. Actually, it was the second most disturbing photo I saw. Jake Tapper actually Twittered. He retweeted your picture and he went, "This is disturbing." And it's a picture of Eddie in a mustache laying in the bed sideways. Yeah, I saw it, of course. I don't think it needed to be. You went Indian from the Funny Company on me there. I forgot about it. Holy macaroni, that was huge. Jesus Christ. I thank God I have headphones on. I'd be bleeding from the ears. Although it went into the microphone and it kind of burst my ears anyway because I listen to myself. Yes, I listen to myself when I talk, folks. It's very important. I love the mellifluous sound of my voice. What the hell was I talking about? The recording. Oh, we're recording. It's late. Well, it's late Tuesday night, so it's early by normal standards, but it's late on Tuesday. And here's why, folks. Although, let me get back. I got to talk about that mugshot some more because I can't. I shouldn't talk about that mugshot. I shouldn't. Why? Although I'm sorry that if you're a crazy person and you do what this guy did, isn't that the mugshot you want? I mean, that was your whole goal, right? Because it's like, remember when you were a little kid and you practiced your autograph? At least I did. And I'd practice my autograph for when I was going to be famous and I would be giving people my autograph. That guy looks like he practiced his mugshot. You know what I mean? I picture him. He's like Dylan Klebold. You know what I mean? He's just both of them just staring into a mirror. You know, one for Columbine, this guy for Arizona, and just I was trying to think. I actually looked into a mirror last night trying to think about my mugshot. Like I was like, because I saw his mugshot and I'm like, wow, that's fucking. You know, he has to be happy with that. I don't know if he's happy about what he did in Arizona, but he's got to be happy with the fucking mugshot. That's got to be beautiful, right? But again, they're spinning it now. Like I said, initially it was like, oh, political discourse has forced this guy to pull a trigger. No, we need to calm down. We need to stop with all this rhetoric. And today on the fucking special edition of the NBC Nightly News, oh, he smoked pot. And he liked the movie Donnie Darko. Really? We're going to spin it into that now. All right, well, good to see Jake Gyllenhaal and a fucking 8-foot rabbit got to get taken down. God forbid we let Palin do it. You know, she wore the yoke of shame for a day before finally she and Glenn Beck teamed up and said, hey, it wasn't us. And let me be very clear about this. Do I think the rhetoric and crazy political bullshit in this country has gotten out of hand? Yes. I think it's ridiculous. Do I think that made this guy do what he did? Absolutely not. Go watch his fucking YouTube videos. This guy's crazy. He was going to do any... The fact that he was able to buy a gun and fucking shoot these people is so ludicrous. All right, look at his mugshot, okay? And now you work at a sporting goods store, and that motherfucker comes in to buy a gun. You gotta be shitting me. Waiting period, schmating period. I call the fucking DOJ immediately. Hey, I'm sorry. This dude waddled in trying to fucking buy a firearm, and I don't think it's for him. I'll tell you what, if a guy who looks like that comes in to buy a gun, you sell it to him, but you only sell him one bullet. and you hope that he does the right fucking thing. Jesus Christ. I think now with the waiting period, when you fill out all the shit to buy a gun, you should have to give your internet address and you should have to fucking give them your YouTube channel. Because they need to be able to go online and check you out and see what the fuck you got going on before they start giving you a firearm. Oh, look, this guy did weird, strange type of... I mean, like, go read it. And this is the thing that makes me mad is I actually made myself read it. I'm like, well, this is kind of interesting research. And then about halfway through, you're like, this guy's a fucking loon. Why is this even interesting? Because it's, you know what? And I will say this, too. When you read all of his, the typing and all the... He uses this... I can't remember the... It looks like what they do on tests. That thing where they'll be like... Mike needs a shower. All showers are wet. Therefore, Mike needs to be wet. Like those kind of things. That weird chain of command type of word problem. Well, he does those, but he tries to use all this language that's like fancy, and you're just an asshat, dude. Seriously. That is a guy, when that guy came in to buy a gun, I would have been like, dude, they shouldn't have even sold you a razor, let alone a fucking gun. Look what happened when you bought an electric razor. Look what you did to your fucking head, cue ball. Get the fuck out of here. You're not getting a goddamn gun. I'm sorry, man. I can't sell that dude a gun. All right. But I mean, it's so funny how everybody disavows responsibility immediately. First of all, when it happened, everybody's like, oh my God, the political rhetoric. And they try to hang that on political rhetoric. And of course, the right-wing people are like, no, it wasn't political rhetoric. But now they spin it into their bullshit where it's rap music and fucking, violent video games and whatever. They're going to find anything to hang on this guy. And even worse, I'm watching today in the news, they're like, he was a pot smoker and he also experimented with salvia, that over-the-counter fucking hallucinogen. And we're reading that and Karen goes, uh-oh. I said, what? She goes, who else uses salvia and plays violent video games? And I go, I don't think my mom's got it in her to do this. I'm sorry, I don't. My mom might be angry about shit, but she's well past the shaving her head and going to buy a gun phase. I mean, my stepdad's got enough guns, or if my mom wanted one, she could just get one out of a drawer. But she's way too busy watching fucking Hoarders and Intervention to wind up getting involved in any sort of shooting. If my mom's going to shoot anybody, it's going to be me for talking about this shit. That's it. And if she does, she better finish the job because all I'm going to do is fucking talk about it again. Because that's all I fucking do, folks. Talk and yap. Yap and talk. Christ. I don't get it. Everybody points fingers. Nobody wants to accept any blame whatsoever. There are some people like Keith Olbermann was. And look, all right. Some of you hate Keith Olbermann. That's fine. And I'm talking about this. Please no. I know the last thing you want to hear from a stupid comedian in your earbuds is anything about politics. All right, and which is why I try to stay away from it because you don't fucking care. Why would you care what I think? And you shouldn't care what I think. All right. I don't blame you. Make up your own goddamn mind. Because otherwise, I'm going to say something that pisses somebody off, and someone's going to shave their head and go buy a goddamn gun and chase me down. Well, you know where to fucking find me, folks. The oldest building in Hollywood. That's right. I'm here sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Tuesday. You never know. You don't know where to find me. Ha-ha! That's why I scramble it up. That's why I mix it up. I'm here on a Tuesday today, and almost didn't make it here today because I couldn't get out of fucking bed, dude. I don't know I don't know what happened to me, but I am old. All of a sudden, you know what showed up? Old age. Elderliness just crept right into me. Holy God, it showed up. All right, I'll get to it in a second. All right, so, what was I saying? Olbermann. Look, I know you hate Olbermann. Just like some people hate Rush Limbaugh. Some people hate Sarah Palin. Some people hate Brian Williams from NBC News. You know who hates him? Me. I don't hate him. I don't understand how he gets to be funny on shows. Like he's on 30 Rock and on Letterman and he's on Saturday Night Live doing guest spots and you're like, aren't you the news guy? How am I supposed to take Tragedy in Tucson seriously when earlier I saw you with a wig on making fun of Tina Fey? I mean, honestly, it just... Lines, buddy. Delineation. That's why I don't mix it up. People know me. I'm a clown. I'm a jester. But that's also why I can point the fingers at anybody and talk about anything the fuck I want. Because that's what the jester's function was. And then pretty soon the emperor would go, he's hilarious. Let's have 9 slave girls bone him. Bring me a eunuch to blow me. That's how it would work out back in the old days. So that's what I do, baby. I work all the slave girls while the fucking eunuch has got a mouthful of emperor. All right, so... I think I'm mixing kingdoms and I might have mixed all sorts. I might have gone to feudal China there, and I mixed up a lot of stuff there. I didn't know if there was a feudal China. It's feudal for me to even think about China at this point. All right, so, folks, Olbermann, he was like twittering stuff, and people are angry at him, and people are upset about this stuff, and Olbermann took the first step, like he apologized for all violent rhetoric and said that we should stop having violent rhetoric. And then all the people on the right said, no, we must maintain our violent rhetoric. This is just a way to shut conservatives up. Yes, that's what it is. We fucking sleeper celled some bald idiot in fucking Arizona and said, hey, go shoot that congresswoman and so we can shut up Rush Limbaugh. That's exactly what happened. You fucking, we want to be victim assholes. God damn it. All right, never mind. You don't care. I just think it's hilarious that initially, like I said, everybody blamed the political discourse, and now they're spinning it back into pot and movies, where the people who are on the right who were like, look, come on, this guy's a nutbag. There's no way you can hang this on political discourse. All it took was 2 days for them to go, well, wait, he's a pothead and he liked bad movies. Oh my God. So, okay, so you're telling me that political discourse and angry rhetoric doesn't influence anybody, but pot and fucking movies do? Again, that's your go-to? What the hell is wrong? Well, again, he's crazy. Go to his YouTube channel. This guy's just fucking nuts. It didn't matter if it rained or he watched Bugs Bunny. He was going to fucking shoot somebody Saturday. It was going to happen. Jesus. I think I ran out of steam on this topic. And rightfully so. This is not a topic I was even going to bring up. But here I sit, folks, with a bad back. That's right, a bad back. That's how old I am. I think gray high fiver in the fucking college video is bad. I'm sitting here with a gray beard and a fucking bad back. Awful. I'm Gandalf. That's why I'm Gandalf the Grey. I'm old gray beard. That's what Mouth of Saruman called him. But I couldn't even get out of bed. You want to hear how bad it is today, folks? I'm wearing sweatpants. That's how fucking bad it is. I couldn't even put jeans on, which seems weird because putting on sweatpants and putting on jeans is kind of the same motion. But not really, because then there's the buttoning and the zipping and then the belting. Although I will tell you, I'm wearing sweatpants with a belt. I still maintain that level of formality. You know, you have to maintain respect for the office of podcaster, and that's what I do. I try easy. Watch yourself. Was that you, or did the bat swoop in? I don't know what the hell just happened there. Holy God! A lot of weird noises coming out of you today. Are these birthday noises? These are like you bring them to the forefront on your birthday. They're noises she does not do all year long, and then all of a sudden, boom, birthday shows up. Hello, birthday noises. Had to take a breath because it's even hard to breathe because I get my back is just awful. Wait a minute. You know, there was a thought I was thinking I was going to finish too. I was talking about the right and the left, and I ran out of steam on that topic.
And then you talked about Overman.
Right.
And then you came back to recording.
Oh, you know what? Because never mind. It doesn't make any sense. I was going to let me explain to you folks what I was going to do. I was going to bring out the fact that they always blame like violent video games and rap music, and then I was going to tie it back into Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick working for the government and warning us of tornadoes. Like I should have brought that all the way around. In my head, I had it to bring it around, and I got fucking sidetracked by sweatpants. All right. Again, I'm sitting here in sweatpants. It's awful. I when I was crazy fat, I used to wear sweatpants all the time, and then I got the surgery, and I was like, I'm never wearing them in public again. But today, man, I had to. I couldn't even move, so I got here super late. It's like 9 o'clock now, and it's grim. I'm wearing sweatpants and a Bears jersey. Like it's so stupid because I just grabbed what I could grab and walked out. And plus, I got to wear the Bears jersey this week anyway because the Bears are awesome, right? We can all agree on that. The Bears are fantastic. Our heroes are playing this weekend, and by your heroes, I mean my heroes. And I don't even really mean my heroes. I mean a football team that I seem to enjoy. Why would they be my heroes? Because eventually they're going to lose, and then what am I going to do? My heroes lost, and then I'm going to say it ain't so, Joe, and I'm going to catch Joe Green's jersey and have a Coke? Seriously, what is wrong with me? I got to grow up. Again, men in pajamas, but still I'm excited about the Bears. Twofold. One, I'm excited because I enjoy the Bears as a team, and I hope they win the Super Bowl. But two, I'm excited to watch football this weekend just to erase the taste of the BCS college championship game that I sat through last night. Did you watch it, folks? It's okay to answer. I'm right there in your car, idiot. I'm not a college football guy. Look, I usually don't talk about politics and sports with you folks. I talk about sports sometimes about the Phillies, but I know you folks aren't exactly sports. You're not listening to me for sports and politics. There's plenty of podcasts out there to get sports and politics. This is more of a general interest podcast, and you're general interest people, and I generally interest you. I understand that. You want to hear about me slipping on a banana peel and crushing an orphan. That's what you want to hear. That happens. Boy, I wish I had that story. I wouldn't be talking to them about this fucking nonsense I've been talking about. If I slipped on a banana peel and crushed an orphan, holy God, how do I not lead off with that story? But But instead, I talk about the fact that I'm wearing a Bears jersey because I watched the BCS College Championship game last night. And folks, if you don't know who was playing, uh, it was a game between the University of Oregon and Auburn University. I don't think it's University of Auburn. I know it's AU, I think. And the bottom line of it, folks, is it was the future of football. Okay, because it's these two teams that score like a billion points and they don't really play any defense, or they do, but their defense is just it's two teams built on speed. Now I grew up in the Midwest, and football was always about huge fat guys in sweatpants and Bears jerseys. All right, that's what it was always about. But now everybody's all fast and running around with their hair hanging out of their helmet. I'm an old man, folks. I got to tell you, because I watched that game last night, and I actually used this phrase to my wife. I go, oh, this is garbage football. Who says that other than an old man whose life has passed him by? But it looked like I was watching Madden when I was watching the game last night, because they got like 9 dudes in motion, and they got a guy looping around the back, and they're faking like 3 handoffs and then throwing passes to guy. I mean, it looked like, you know what it looked like? All right, there's a martial art called capoeira, okay? And capoeira is a martial art that involves fighting and dancing at the same time. It mixes in, like, guys sway and they bop back and forth, and then they'll be like, look, they're doing the cha-cha, and then they kick a guy in the face. I mean, it's like, I love the plan. I don't know who thought of it. It had to be some guy at prom who was really fucking mad at somebody, who's like, you know what, fuck this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, kick, blast in the face. And it was invented in Brazil. I don't know, do they have prom in Brazil? I have no idea. I know they shoot children in the face. I know that. I saw City of God. And Amora says Peros. Is that how it's pronounced? I think it's how it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't know Portuguese. All I know is if you call somebody Playboy in Brazil, get ready for some capoeira, because you're about to get kicked in the face at a dance. I love hearing about the insults in other countries. It's like, hey, where's your jiu-jitsu now, Playboy? Anderson Silva beat up Damian Maia, and the whole time Damian Maia is supposedly like a jiu-jitsu master, and Anderson Silva just made fun of him and like walked around and was like, where's your jiu-jitsu now, Playboy? And punched him in the face. God damn it. What a fucking horrible beatdown. Dude, the UFC, I love the UFC and stuff, but it gets pretty primal when you're watching, because there's some fights that are just, guys doing a regular fight, but then there are guys who get angry and they fucking look like all of a sudden you're watching it and you're like, wow, this fight could be taking place in a prison with the lights out. You're going, wow, if these cameras weren't here, that guy would be getting fucked in the ass right now. Holy shit. There was a fight in the last UFC, a guy named Thiago Silva, again a Brazilian. What a surprise. And he fought a guy named Brandon Vera, who's from the Philippines, but it makes his home in America now. And Thiago Silva, people online call him Murder Face, because like he makes his stare downs and like he makes these horrible, he just looks like an all business monster. And when you hear his background, he was living with his family, and his dad would beat his mom. So he finally left. He was tired of it because his mom wouldn't do anything about it. So he fucking left and went and lived with his grandmother in the slums of Brazil. And then he started to like teach kids jiu-jitsu. Like he teach the crime lords kids jiu-jitsu, so they left him alone. I mean, it's just this amazing story where you're like, I went to school for 5 years and fucked around and didn't get an education on my own. This guy was dodging bullets to teach jiu-jitsu to the children of mobsters so he could stay alive. And now he's made his way to the UFC. So then you wonder why when he gets in the ring, he's got a murder face, and he celebrates every win by doing a thumb across the throat with a fucking throat slash right into the camera. You're like, yeah, that's that guy's life. That's the life he's led. So sure enough, he's fighting Brandon Vera, and he gets Brandon Vera down. Brandon Vera is a grappler. He's a striker, but he's a Greco-Roman guy too. But he can't handle Thiago Silva's game because Thiago Silva's got the murder face, and he's super strong. So he keeps getting Silva to the ground and pounding the shit out of him. And finally, he keeps getting Vera to the ground. And Brandon Vera's on the ground. And finally, in the third round, like Thiago Silva's got him down, and Vera can't do anything, but he's not even trying to do anything. He's been broken. All right, his will's been broken. And so Thiago Silva just starts slapping him. Not punching, not trying to finish him, not trying to fucking. He starts bitch slapping Brandon Vera in the octagon in front of everyone. First he boxed his ears, like bam, which fucking, I tell you, I always tell Karen if she's about to get raped, go ahead and box a guy's ears. Yes, that's right. We've had that discussion, folks. Because I can't handle. I tell Karen all the time. I'm like, look. I think we all know that I'm a violent dude. All right, I'm fascinated by violence. So I tell Karen, I go, look, this is what you do. Did I tell the story about when I showed her the arm lock? Yeah, okay. I showed Karen an arm lock once and unfortunately threw her through a goddamn table. I mean, it's like, but let me tell you, she'll always remember that fucking arm lock. So I've told her, I go, obviously people always tell you, they go, drive the palm of your hand into the guy's nose, like, and drive his nose up into his brain and kill him. Well, I don't have any confidence in my wife remembering that part of it, all right? So I tell her, I go, if anybody comes up to you with a gun or a knife and is like, you're going with me, get in the car, I said, you fucking just scream like a motherfucker. You don't go anywhere with that guy because they will, literally the next time we see you, your skull will be covered in lime in an oil barrel. I mean, it's like, do not go anywhere with anyone. If they want to shoot you, stab you, make them do it and start screaming and scream, this guy's about to stab me. And I go, if he gets in close quarters and you don't see a weapon, I told her, I go, box the guy's ears as hard as you can, hit him palm open in his ears and fuck his equilibrium up, punch him as hard as you can in the throat, and of course go balls if you can get balls. But I go, but throat, fucking ears. Yeah, that's right. And I've told her, I've made her do it to me, where I'll like get real close quarters to her, and I'll go, pretend like you're gonna hit me here or do this, and it's so funny. I do all of this, knowing full well that the second it happens to my wife, she will start crying and get dragged into a trunk. I mean, it's like, I'm serious. She's not going to remember any of this self-defense nonsense, although I've drilled it into her. I've told her, look, box the ears, punch the Adam's apple, hit him in the nose, hit him in the balls, and scream. Be as loud as you fucking can. And I know she's just going to go, he's going to pull out a gun and go, you're coming with me? And she's going to go, yes, sir, and get in the trunk. She's just going to whisper it. And then the next time I see her, I'm going to be standing next to Gary Sinise and looking at her a tag on her foot. Awful. So Thiago Silva starts bitch slapping Brandon Vera, and I mean like crazy open hand slaps on the ears, and then he's literally slapping him in the face, and the crowd is even going ooh, oh, because they bought tickets to a sporting event, not a prison rape, all right? So, because Brandon Vera is ass up, face down, and Thiago Silva's on his back, like on his ass, and just slapping him as hard as he can in the face. And Brandon Vera is covering up his face, so then it's fucking amazing. Thiago Silva's hitting him, and then Thiago Silva makes a face like, are you going to fight me, motherfucker, or what? And he shrugs, and then he slaps him again, and then he goes, he plays bongos on Brandon Vera's back. While Brandon Vera lays there face down, basically getting raped in front of a fucking national television audience. Thiago Silva, murder face, leans back and just he plays the bongos, and you hear the crowd laugh. They just fucking laugh because they're like, he's broken that man's will. That guy's a professional fighter who may never get in the ring again because he's been embarrassed in front of everyone. Hilarious. Do. You got murder face playing the bongos on you. Fucking man up and throw a punch, goddammit, Vera. Get your face out of the mat and do something. So he tried. He tried to throw a fucking like a crazy elbow, and the second he did that, of course, then Silva starts slapping him in the face again, and he regrets the fact that he even tried to fight him. But here's the best part is he's punching him, he's doing all this damage. Well, then when he's slapping him in the face, when they're on the ground, the fight ends and the horn goes off, and Thiago Murderface Silva stands up and he fucking walks back to his corner, and Brandon Vera stands up, and his nose looks like Pacific Coast Highway. It is. He has an S on his face. Like he got his nose broken by bitch slaps. That's the worst, because now, look, all right, you're humiliated. You've had that happen to you, and you're like, you've just been conquered. Your will's been taken by another man. But now, for the rest of your life, when you look in the mirror and you see your crazy S nose, you're going to remember that moment for the rest of your goddamn life. You're going to remember fucking bongo ass and people laughing at you. Oh, my God. The life of a professional fighter is a difficult one, folks. Particularly when you're getting raped on national television in front of everybody. How did I get into talking about Thiago Silva?
How bad the basketball game was.
Oh, football. Oh, capoeira. You know what? Because there's this martial art called capoeira where you dance and then you fight a dude. Well, the football last night was like capoeira football. Like when I was watching it, it didn't look like, because real football to me is, like I said, there's breath coming out of people's faces and snot's getting bubbling out of their nose, and guys are getting carried off on stretchers and fucking pissing and moaning and angry, and guys are screaming and yelling and crazy Singletary eyes, and people are pointing and calling out defenses, and these guys might as well have been wearing fucking top hats and holding canes. It was like, it looked like Bob Fosse had choreographed this fucking football game. It was horrendous. They lined up for an extra point, and it was like the guy was like, "All right, they faked a punt. They faked an extra point to get 2 points, like to get one extra point. Literally, you kick an extra point and get 1 point, but they went through the trouble. I mean, it's more trouble than it's worth to get 1 point, but they did it. They faked an extra point to get 1 more point with a 2-point conversion. Just run a fucking 2-point conversion. You're not fooling anybody with your goddamn fake kick, although they did because they fooled them and they got the extra point. But honestly, I picture football coaches, because the guys who are coaching these teams are these young, brilliant offensive minds, and everything's changing with the game nowadays. And I picture just these old dudes. It's like me with comedy, all right? You've got me, old man who never made it and just looks back on and sees all these young guys who are being fucking hysterical and going, fuck, how did I miss it? All these old football coaches who have made a living forever in coaching men to run up and down stairs until they vomit and then punch one another in the face on the field. And then they come out and they see this fucking choreographed bullshit dance. They got to be going, that ain't fucking football. And I agree. I hate to be that guy. I was watching the game last night waiting for fucking Officer Krupke to come out and break it up. Jesus Christ. When you're a duck all the way at Oregon, apparently. Oh, man. I just met a girl named Gene Chizik. He's the coach of Auburn. Jets and Sharks. All right, folks. No, so that's not football to me. So I'll be very excited for this weekend to come when I get to watch 14-degree weather and see the Bears play the Seahawks. Which sounds stupid. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. That's not even real football either. Real football is Bears against the Staleys, or they were the Staleys, or like the Bears against the Seahawks. That's just a stupid name, right? That's not. I'm going to grow up. When you're a Seahawk all the way.
Hey, this is television personality Paul Gilmartin, and I know Mike Schmidt probably won't approve of me saying this, but God damn it, he needs donations. You can't see the way he dresses listening to the podcast, but it's fucking awful. Walking around shirtless. Help him buy a vest. Why am I even his friend?
You're listening to The 40-Year-Old Boy, and later, who would win in a fight? 2 guys in combat over combat. I have picked some terrible topics today because we have agreed, and we've agreed quickly on all 3.
Yes.
We both took the Archangel Gabriel versus middleweight champion Kelly Pavlik.
Yes.
We both took Roseanne with the bow and arrow against Rosie O'Donnell with the dart gun.
Easily.
And we both took SpongeBob against the ShamWow.
Yes.
So please, save me. What do you got for me?
Okay, category is gang fights.
Okay.
Okay, we've got the T-Birds from Grease
All right.
versus the Jets from West Side Story.
Oh, man, that's an awful fight. There's not a tough guy in the bunch, I don't think.
It's kind of like a fight and then a dance, kind of a
Oh, they're fighting and dancing?
Sure.
Well, then I go T-Birds because Travolta can do both. Danny Zuko's tough and he can dance.
Now, Russ Hammond, he can do a backflip.
You know what? I'm calling it a gay draw. I say we move on. And
Okay.
You know what? I got one. How about an 8-fanged snake against a skunk that sprays cancer? The final word on who beats who. Who would win in a fight on the Mike Schmidt Podcasting Network?
Does cancer smell?
Hey, I want to mention also that the people at tweakedaudio.com/40 are sponsoring the show. As always, go ahead and pick up some earbuds there at tweakedaudio.com/40. That's the number 40. Because I don't know if you've heard, they've got 80 different brands and 1,400 different colors. I know that seems like a lot. But because of the success of the program of sponsoring us, they said, we better get on the color stick stat. Stat? Stick stat? Stat? I don't know. But go to tweakedaudio.com/40 and pick up earbuds for you and your friends, folks. Go ahead and do that. And I waited. I was going to mention them earlier, but I thought they would appreciate being as far away from me talking about Arizona as they possibly could be. Because they probably didn't want to be associated with that. Because, look, last week I tied them into the Holocaust. How bad could Arizona be? Let's be honest. They don't care. They actually sent me, they have to send me an update when somebody buys something. And it'll say, they'll write me a little note. And instead of saying tweaked audio this time, it said Earwax Holocaust update. So at least they're listening. I mean, the good news is they're listening, which is good. I guess I should be happy. At the folks at tweakedaudio.com/40, we're, again, offering earbuds for you to buy. Although, quite frankly, yeah, maybe they see an opportunity with Arizona at this point because they could. If they're going to sponsor a misfit like me, why wouldn't they sponsor all the misfits? Go ahead and jump on the case with that guy. Because if you read anything about the guy, they're all talking about, he's a loner. And people, there's another thing, too. People are like, you know what, we would see him, he would wear nothing but he would be outside and he'd have his hoodie on and he'd have his earbuds in and he'd be walking around in the street and we thought it was weird. Really? I thought it meant he was 20 because every guy in fucking Los Angeles who's 20 years old has a hoodie and earbuds on, for Christ's sake. Earbuds that they purchased from tweakedaudio.com/40. That's right. I have supplied the entire city of Los Angeles with earbuds, folks. They hear this show, they go out and they make a purchase. That's how it works. Maybe we get that guy on board. And it's funny. All right, here, I'll put this out. If I knew anything at all about photoshopping, I would take his mugshot and I would put tweakedaudio.com/40 on his giant fucking head. Why not? That would be fucking perfect. And just post it on my fucking Facebook. I wouldn't even need to put earbuds on him. Just boom, tweakedaudio.com/40 right there on his giant fucking melon. God damn it. Me and Jared Lee Lochner selling you guys all sorts of fucking earbuds. All right. Tweakedaudio.com/40, folks. Go ahead and jump on board before they go ahead and get taken down by the Jared Lee Lochner sponsorship they're about to engage in. And I love the fact that he became Jared Lee Lochner because every fucking killer has to have the middle name mentioned. I mean, it was like, Jared Lochner. And that's the thing. Jared Lochner's enough. All right. We got it. He's not going to get mixed up with a bunch of Jared Lochners all over the United States. Jared Lochner was enough. But no, you had to throw the Lee in there. So now every time I hear it, I think he's going to marry his 13-year-old cousin. Great. Thanks for that. All right. I think about his cousin preaching on a street corner and then crying later. All right. So. Follow that, killer. All right, no, that's not what he said. We all know that, right? Everybody knows that story about Jerry Lee Lewis. Oh, goddamn, it's a great story. As racist and horrible as it is, it's probably, you know what? It's got to be the most uplifting racist story I've ever heard in my life, quite frankly. It is the one racist thing where you hear it and you go, yeah, that was awesome. Because it's the verbal equivalent of, Murderface slapping the shit out of Brandon Vera in the ring, in the octagon. It's not a ring. All right. So go to the bottom line, folks. Go to tweakedaudio.com/40 so they don't have to give money to the Jared Lee Lochners of the world. Go ahead and make them realize that supporting me is more than enough. I don't know if they were planning on it. What if they were at their headquarters? They were like, oh, I don't know if we're getting enough sales out of this 40-year-old boy sponsorship. Who's shooting people? Let's go ahead and get it in. Let's gray gravy train gay that guy. All right. So is that what I said earlier? I think I said that earlier, right? Didn't I? I don't know. And it's so funny. This one misfit in Arizona goes bananas. Dude, there are so many misfits in Los Angeles. I'm in a building of misfits right now. I got here to do this show today, folks. And there were these three people, and they were ahead of me. And so they walked in. They were probably 15 steps ahead of me. So they got to the door first, unlocked it, let themselves in to the apartment building, and let it close. And they saw me. They clearly saw me. I walked up with my keys, and they did not bother to let me in. They hustled over to the elevator, kind of double-timed it to the elevator. I went to put my key in the lock, and a person came downstairs and let me in. I said, "Oh, thanks." I walked in, and they opened the elevator. And I told you the elevator here is, it's like a 3-part process. You got to open one door, you got to open another door, you got to press this. It's too slow. I've been trapped in it before, folks. I barely want to get into it, but who cares? I'm so lazy. I will risk being trapped in it to go up 4 flights. So they open up the elevator door, and they go to get in, these 3 people who avoided me, and I go walking up, and they actually grabbed the door and tried to pull it closed so I wouldn't get in with them. And now, look,
Wow.
which I thought was I thought it was strange, all right? Because, again, and the thing is, here's the thing. One of the girls had, like, real big tits. She was a little girl in a Joan Jett and the Blackheart sweatshirt. She was kind of cute. She had a lip ring. She was with an older woman who actually had a hot body, but I never got to see her face because her hair was kind of down in her face because she apparently didn't want me to see her because they were ashamed of the fact they tried to shut me out of the fucking elevator. And then they were with Los Angeles in shoes. All right, let me tell you, this guy, they were with a guy who could only be called Hollywood Boulevard in pants. This guy is wearing, again, he's got Chuck Taylors on, all right, mismatched Chuck Taylors, one black, one white. I'm gonna go from the ground up on this guy, okay? I get in the elevator and because they're pulling it closed, and I grab the door, okay? And the thing is, they were going to the 3rd floor. I don't know if they thought that I was gonna go to 1 or 2 and fuck up their chi. I mean, I have no idea what the hell they were thinking. But you know what? Let me in the fucking elevator, all right? So they go. The Joan Jett went to pull it closed, and I walked up, and I actually grabbed it, and she's like, "Oh, sorry about that." I'm like, "Uh-huh." So I squeezed in with my, carrying my cooler, an old man, and one woman hides her face. Joan Jett is, her big tits are at attention. I'm excited about that, and I look over to my right, there's Hollywood Boulevard in pants. He's got mismatched Chuck Taylors on, one black, one white. And then you pull up skinny jeans. All right, he's got grown man skinny jeans on. And like one of those white belts, kind of, not a rope belt, not a leather belt, but like a cloth white belt not with that. It didn't have a buckle. It had a snap, kind of. Oh, dude. It was just this guy, literally, this guy looked like a fucking thrift store exploded. That's what he looked like. So he's got the white belt on. I look up, and then he's got a faded concert shirt that I could not see because he had like a cardigan over it, buttoned, like a sweater. And, of course, he's got a nose ring and 2 lip rings and an earring in each ear and a fedora. Of course, he has a fucking fedora, and he's holding a ukulele. With a neck tattoo, like along underneath his neck, like underneath his Adam's apple, like like old Gothic writing in a picture underneath his Adam's apple, and he's gotta be 20, maybe. So he's already learned in 20 years how to be a douchebag. Like, I mean, it's like that's all the time it took for him to be on this earth and learn, hey, this is what I need to be, the douchiest guy in fucking Hollywood. That's what I need to do. I need to go ahead and dress. The only thing missing was the hat at his feet, hoping for change. That's it. As he strummed his ukulele. God damn it. I'm sure if he would have tipped his hat to me, fucking quarters would have fallen all over the goddamn floor of the elevator. So I get in. He's to my right. There's Joan Jett in front of him, and then the fucking old lady's hiding her face next to me, but she had a hot body, leather jacket, and to the point where I should say, when I say old lady, I didn't know her age. All right, I didn't know who she was or what, because all I know, I saw a hot body, and she was kind of hiding her face behind her hair. I didn't know yet that she was an old lady. So I get in the elevator and I press 4, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a little bit of a fucking chip on my shoulder because they tried to close the goddamn door on me. So I just go. She goes, "Oh, sorry," and I go, "Yeah, thanks." I push 4. Door closes. Silence. We're riding up. Hollywood in pants looks at me and he goes, "Oh, Bears fan, huh?" And I go, "Yeah, actually a huge Bears fan." And he goes, "I'm a Bears fan too." So now I've got a lot in common with Hollywood in pants. Here we go. So, the elevator it's an excruciating ride when you're alone, but now with, this, but this guy's alleviated the pressure a little bit with, he's a Bears fan too. And I go, really good for you, which I don't even know why I said that. What does that even mean? But I said, oh, good for you. And he goes, yeah. I go, big game this weekend. And he goes, yeah. He goes, they're going to win, but they're not going to go to the Super Bowl, though. I go, come on. I go, you're a Bears fan. You have to hope that they go to the Super Bowl, right? And he goes, well, they should win this weekend, but I'm not so sure if they can beat the – and I'm not lying to you. Elevator's going up. He and I are talking Bears, and he goes, well, they should win this weekend, but I'm not sure if they can beat the – and the woman to my left who's hidden her face up to this point goes, oh, God! With that level of intensity and volume. And I heard her crystal clear, folks. She's literally right next to me. Didn't need to be that loud. So that was a choice. That was an aesthetic choice by her to be that fucking loud and shit on this conversation. Her clarity was like it was like if I was listening to an upset woman on my tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds. If I had queued up a track that said "woman sick of it all" and hit play in my tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds, that was her. Oh, God! And I looked at her, and I went, what? And I looked at the guy, and I go, she is tired of your Bears talk, friend. She wants nothing to do with the Bears. I go, are you playing a game like you're not really a Bears? Like, now I thought they were all doing a skit. Like, he was making fun of my jersey, and they roped me in. That's immediately my mind goes to I'm being wounded somehow. So I go, she's sick of it, friend. Wants to hear none of your Bears talk. Are you even like really a Bears fan, or is she like mad that you talked to me? Like, what is that? Because I'm not even talking to her. I'm talking to Hollywood in pants. And I see her. They're getting off at 3, and I'm going to 4. The elevator comes to a stop like at 3, and you have to open a door, like a door slides. And I see her reach her hand, and that's when I knew she was old because she had an old lady like kind of crow's feet hand. And she goes, No, it's just I give to charities and I do something with my life. I don't live my life looking at the fucking sports pages. I'm not concerned. Couldn't care about. I just don't care. Just this weird, apoplectic. She didn't even finish the sentence. It started out good. No, I do something with my life. I give something to charities. I don't live on the fucking sports pages. Oh my God, I can't. And it just went downhill from there. And Joan Jett just kind of looked at the floor. I don't know if she was their mom. I don't know who she was. But Hollywood in Pants just goes, sorry about that, man. And she goes, you don't have to apologize for me. And she opens the door and walks out. And then he just looks at me and he goes, go Bears. So I don't know what their relationship was with this woman. But when I saw her hand, I was like, oh, maybe she's their mom or something. But who's that frustrated in 5 seconds? And it made me think that maybe he, everywhere they went, had a Bears conversation with someone all day long. Because that was the level of frustration that she brought to the table. I'm in the elevator. First of all, they didn't even want me in. Maybe that's why they tried to slam the elevator door. Oh, my God. Another guy to talk about the Bears with? We can't have it. Because now, he probably was talking to people about the Bears who weren't even clad in Bear paraphernalia. She sees me with a Bear jersey. I'm the culmination of every horrible situation she could have possibly envisioned. She's like, close that goddamn elevator door before fake Urlacher gets in here and talks to fucking Hollywood in Pants about a game I couldn't fucking care less about. What the hell? Why? Oh, God. It was like she was fed up and had been holding it all day. I picture fucking hipster. He's in his ukulele singing Bear Down Chicago Bears on Hollywood Boulevard and collecting quarters. Bear down Chicago Bears. And she's just dealing with it the whole day. Finally, in this small little fucking elevator, oh, God. Had enough. And my favorite thing, I give to charities. I don't care. I don't live my life on the sports page. It's like, what? I'm talked about the Bears for 20 seconds. With a guy with 3 lip rings. Well, what makes you think I'm not a charitable person? I gave money to Haiti, the rape capital of the fucking world at this point. I got to feel great about giving that money. Last year we gave money to Haiti, and I read an article today about roving packs of rapists. I'm sorry, all right? And I'm sure the people at tweakedaudio.com/40 are going to agree with me. I just don't see rape as a group activity. I never anticipated that rape would be a team sport. Rape is like tennis. It's an individual activity. I'm sorry. You need one other person to play, of course. Oh, that's terrible. Jesus. All right. God damn it, that's funny. All right. But I read an article in Haiti today that they're like roving gangs of rapists. It's just that just seems, I'm sorry, that doesn't seem like anything I would share with a group of dudes. I'm embarrassed enough getting a bunch of guys together to play fantasy football. That makes me look like a fucking douchebag, but now I've got to ask 9 dudes, hey, this is going to seem weird. How do you guys feel about rape? And not just rape as an individual activity. I mean rape as a team. What if we were to go ahead and get our own George Peppard and our own Mr. T and get a black van and just drive around? Instead of helping people, we're like the reverse A-team, all right? That's it. The A-team helped people. We're the rape team, all right? What we do is we show up and rape people. They see the van, because normally George Peppard and Face and, and look, we can have everybody. We can have a Mr. T. We can have a George Peppard. We can have a Face. We can have a Mad Dog, whatever you want to do. But when they see our van, they're going to probably realize it's not a good thing for them, I would imagine. We will just climb into our rape van and put on our audio earbuds from tweakedaudio.com/40 and drive around Haiti wreaking havoc. Who's with me? That just seems like such a weird thing to talk about over coffee. A group of rapists. It's just to find like-minded dudes. Rape just seems like such an activity that you'd want to be on your own with. I don't... That means your country's gone to hell at that point if openly guys are discussing the possibility of teaming up for rape. Jesus Christ. Man, oh man. And I guess is the futility of rebuilding the country that great? Because honestly, those groups of dudes, that must be it. Because the entire country has been leveled by these earthquakes. So it was like 18 dudes got together and they're like, "Fuck, all right, well we got to rebuild the hospital." Oh, fuck, that means we got to clear all the rubble from the old hospital. We got to mix all the concrete. Who's got the plans? Anybody got plans for a new hospital? Like, you ever built a hospital before? I've never built a fucking hospital before. I mean, granted, we get all this money from the Red Cross, and we need a hospital, of course, but, man, it just seems like a lot of fucking work. I've never built a hospital before. Anybody here? Show of hands. Anybody here ever built a hospital before? No? Who here has fucked somebody before? Anybody? Hands in the air. Now, I've got experience doing that. It seems like we all do. This hospital can wait, right? Who's up for raping everybody? What say we hop in our black van and just go from province to province, writing our name in cum like Zorro all over this fucking country. God damn it. What a horrible place Haiti is. And I sent the money. I can't remember how much it was that we sent, like $250 or $300. I forget what it was we sent. No, it was actually more than that, wasn't it? I don't know. Whatever it did, it gassed up the van. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know how you would meet like-minded people. Especially because there are no classified ads anymore in Haiti because all the printing presses were destroyed in the earthquake. Like long walks in the park and trapping women in an alley. I mean, I just honestly, that just does not strike me as something that you would, to form a rape team. That's just so odd, right? It is, right? I'm not wrong here. It's not like playing squash at the country club where you go ahead and you meet like 10 other guys of like-minded ilk. You got to have some real down and dirty discussions to get to the fact that you all want to rape people together. I always used to think it was weird when you'd see about like Otis Toole and Henry Lee Lucas, and they just, that they all of a sudden met and went, "Hey, I like killing people. You like killing people? Let's do it." And then they went ahead and just started killing people together. That's a bummer. You know what? We got to get the good people out of Haiti. That's what we need to do. Fuck sending them money to rebuild the joint. That place is it's over. Haiti's finished. It's like, you know what? If you break a glass, you're not going to glue it back together. Haiti's a broken glass. Let's fucking send buses and planes over there and get all those fucking people out of there, all right? Let's do that. That's our new thing. We got to airlift Haiti out and put them somewhere else. Where can we put them? I don't know. Utah. Let's put them in Utah. It's got almost the same letters. It's a scramble. Hey, Utah's almost the anagram of Haiti. So we'll just put all of Haiti in Utah and make it, and then they can make our baseballs there. Look at that. Perfect. This works out perfect. And the Mormons can take care of them. You know the Mormons aren't getting together and raping anybody, at least not like, physically. Maybe figuratively, they're figuring out a way to do it, but certainly not in a way that they're going to be gassing up the van and going after these people. Let's put Haiti in Utah. But then the screening process. You're going to have to, it's going to be like, you ever see Scarface when Scarface came to America and they're talking to him, they're like, "Hey, Tony, where'd you get that tattoo? Hey, where'd you get that scar? Eating pussy, tough guy?" And he's just like, "No, I'm a garbage man." We got to find out a way to get past those dudes who want to rape. We got to interview everybody in Haiti. How do you trick them? How do you do it? You know what you do? It's like an old Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like you're talking to them and they're like, "No, dude, I'm a gardener." You're like, "Seriously?" And then have like a robot rabbit walk by with a mini dress on and they go, "Bing, bong, bong, bing," and the guy goes, and you go, "Fuck you, rapist. Stay here in the rubble." That's right. This is the way to sort out Haiti. I got ideas. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. I got stepped over, Mike. By the way, adjust your earphones and turn them down. Unless, by the way, if you think I'm too loud and I pop when I laugh or when I'm yelling, you need to get some earbuds from tweakedaudio.com/40. It normalizes me. It might. I haven't listened to me yet with my tweakedaudio.com 40 earbuds. You know, I'll be honest, they sent me some, which was nice of them. But they were so good, I would have bought them anyway. But I got the tweakedaudio.com 40 earbuds, and look, they do sound amazing, and they make my voice sound great, and they normalize me, they make me sound perfect. By all means, get them and test it out for yourself. But I will tell you, I love them so much, I wear them when I'm not listening to music. I just find them comfortable. I'll tell you what, folks. It's like Hollywood in my ears. Boom, I just bang them right in there. It's like skinny jeans for my head. Boom, I just pop them right in. I don't even have to have any music coming out of them. I just like to wear them because they feel great. So by all means, go ahead and get the tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds. Not made in Haiti. Tell you that's a ringing endorsement for those folks. They used to make them in Haiti, but unfortunately their entire workforce went to lunch and didn't come back. I wonder what happened to them. 47 black vans were last seen fleeing the area. I was going to say seen fleeing the scene, and I had to change it. On the fly there, folks. Oh, man. I'm glad my wife doesn't listen to the show. She would not find any of this humorous or interesting. My wife listens and grabs like the smallest slivers and comes to me with them. And again, folks, we all know I haven't listened, all right? Because again, I just wear my earbuds for show. They're just good looking and they feel great. From tweakedaudio.com/40. But my wife does listen. With her earbuds for Jagoff clarity, and she will come to me. She just came to me today. She was listening to last week's show, which I've not gotten to yet because I'm still 16 weeks behind. But anyway, she comes to me, and I'm in the shower, and my wife just goes, "Oh, that was nice what you said on the podcast about how you just want to make your wife happy." And I kind of vaguely heard it through the water hitting my ears. And I said, "What did you say?" She goes, I thought she said, "I'm making a podcast and I want to make you happy." And I go, "You're making a podcast?" And she goes, No. And then she opens the door, which I hate. I fucking, look, all right, maybe it's a weird thing. I don't know. Married people, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you run your lives. When I'm in the bathroom, nobody comes in. The end. Nobody comes into the bathroom when I'm in there. All right. If I'm in the shower, she can come talk to me because I will often say, "Hey, do you want to visit me in the shower?" And then she will. Well, that's interesting, but I'll just say it because she can come talk to me while I'm in the shower, and she'll climb up on the toilet and she'll peer down on me like Big Brother, and we'll talk. Yeah, sure it is. And I'll do the same for her. But if I'm in the bathroom doing anything else, oh man, no. 9 locks on the door. Nobody comes in. Nobody. So I don't even know why I brought that up. But I'm in the shower, and she's trying. But the thing that drives me crazy is when I'm in the shower and she's trying to talk to me, and she doesn't go on the. She's not in the blimp, overlooking me. When she tries to talk to me through the door. Now look, I got water in my ears. I got a door between us, so I can't understand what the fuck she's saying, and it turns into a goddamn match game. I'm like, just wait till I'm out of here, or go over up the top. So instead of climbing on the top, she opens the door. Oh fuck! I hate when anybody opens the door to talk to me in the shower. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Except for one time, I had a girlfriend who came in, and I was in the shower, and look. All right, I was always scared of Psycho when I was a kid. To the point where once I saw Psycho, I literally would shower with the shower curtain open and like looking out while I wouldn't close my eyes. My eyes would burn from shampoo as a little kid, but I didn't care because I was making sure nobody snuck in and did anything. Because of course the one time I didn't, my brother came in and opens the thing, and I fall down in the goddamn shower and hit my head. He didn't realize he could have killed me. But that's okay. But that's what you do when you got 4 brothers. You fuck with them. You know what I mean? You just do all that stupid shit. So one time I was dating a girl, and I don't know, why do you even care? You shouldn't even care. I don't know. Why should I even tell you? All right, never mind. So what? Nobody wants to hear this. It's like Mex fast forwards through all this stuff. He already told me. He's like, dude, I can't listen to that. Who cares? I'll tell you this. One time, all right, I'm in the shower once with this girl I was dating, and she came in, and it was like unexpected. We were getting ready to go out, and I was in the shower, and she fucking just reached in to the shower and jerked me off, just like while I was in the shower, and it was like, and she, because I wasn't even looking, and again I had my eyes closed, shampoo, and all of a sudden someone's jerking me off, and I'm hoping it's her first of all, because I had another roommate who had never been quite so forward, and I was hoping this wasn't the time, but then at the same time in my head I go, well, don't open your eyes because it's your girlfriend, right? That's all. Don't open your eyes and confirm it. Why would you want to confirm it? Just go ahead and ride this out and hope it's her. But then I opened my eyes and I saw it was her, and I'm look, you don't need to know this about me, but never mind. All right, so it was great. Let's put it that way. That was one of the only times I appreciated having the shower door open while I was in it, and someone on the other end of it. But Karen's talking to me about the podcast, and then I said, so I go, what are you saying? And she opens the door to talk to me, and it drives me crazy. And she goes, oh, you said on your podcast last week that you really just, all you want to do is help your wife, and I thought that was really sweet. And I was trying to think about the context that I said that last week, and I go, okay, yeah, I say that all the time, honey. And she closes the door, she walks up, and in my head I'm like, did she hear the story where I went to the doctor's office / massage parlor and almost got someone putting their fingers in my ass? I wonder if she heard that, because that kind of shit just goes in one ear and out the other with her. She doesn't even fucking listen to it. She's just like, oh, she hears the nice things, which is good. I guess that's great. There used to be a thing when a comic would go up and thought he did well, even though he bombed, we'd say he had laugh ears. So I'm going to say Karen's got love ears. That's all she's got. All she hears is the good stuff in the podcast, and she doesn't hear all the... She could listen to that chunk on Haiti and rape, and she'd be like, oh, you said that it was really nice, that Haiti seemed like a nice place. I'm like, oh, okay. Or no, she'll say, hey, that van sounded nice. That's what she'll say. But she's driving me fucking crazy. She came home. All right, look, folks, I don't have to tell you. Financial Armageddon is on the horizon. We all know this, right? I've explained this. I'm losing my insurance at the end of the month. Everything is fucking up in the air. So I sat down with Karen and I was like, look, we got to have a talk, man. Let's talk about money. The annual talk we have every other week. But this time it's an official talk. Let's do this. So we sat down. I did it in 3 phases. We had 3 different talks in 3 different locations. So I made sure that, because I didn't want to overload her with it. So I made sure I told her the situation, where we were at, and what we should do, and what we need to do together, and how it needs to work out, and everything needs to be fine. And she's like, all right, I completely understand. I said, good. Our money is earmarked for this and this and this. We can't get too superfluous with our purchases. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Let's see what's going to happen and see about you getting a job and see about me getting a job. And hopefully we both know everything's going to work out. But until it does, let's play a little close to the vest. Why not? Let's go ahead and try to, it's a new year. Let's kind of change our financial strategy here and figure out how it's, and she's like, great, I'm on board with it. So I said, cool. The next morning, I go and check my email. I get an email from her. There's a sale at Urban something, and it's a sectional couch for $300. And she wants to go take a look at it. I said, really? I mean, do you really want to look? And she's like, well, I just want to look at it. You know, So I should tell you about our house, folks. We have 2 chairs. We got an Archie bunker chair and an Edith bunker chair, and she sits in hers and I sit in mine. And I will say I'm a little disappointed we don't have a couch, because it's always nice to kind of sit with your wife on the couch and hold her, and you're kind of. All right, I had this talk with Karen, and I had to kind of lay it on the line a little bit here. You know, we don't really sleep together because she sleeps all night. And then I come to bed when she wakes up, and I sleep in the daytime. And then we don't sit together watching shows. And so I was like, the only time we really show any affection is when we're, banging. And I was like, I'm dissatisfied with that. I don't like that, because I liked sleeping with you and hearing you breathe, and I liked having you on the couch and you stroking my arm, whatever, and watching shows. So I'm feeling a disconnect with you right now. So we need to work more on being affectionate in more traditional ways, I guess, is I'm being stupid. Let's put it this way. If we're going to be affectionate, we need to take the van out of the equation. Okay? We need our affection to have less of a van-based economy, if that makes any sense. But that was in, one of the 3 parts that we were discussing. And also in there was the financial part. Well, all she remembered was the affection part. And so she sent me this thing with this sectional couch for $300. And she's like, it'd be so great. We can sit next to one another. And then, it's like it's kind of a chase lounge, and you could lay there and I could sit here and we could hold hands and we could be close together. And I'm like, it's $300. I go, don't you remember? This was a 3-pronged attack. And she goes, well, all right, I guess we don't really need it. But I thought it was a good thing. So we wound up at the Sherman Oaks Galleria. No, this is like 3 days later to go to Fuddruckers to get a hamburger. And she convinced me to get because I wanted a hamburger, and she's like, let's go to Fuddruckers, which she liked, and whatever. So who cares? I did not enjoy it. So who cares? So as we walk up the stairs, there's the store, the Urban Outfit. It's not Urban Outfitters, it's Urban Home, I think it's called. And I see it, and I just go, there's the place with the sectional. I go, you want to take a look at it? She's like, yeah, let's go look. So we walked in and we played house. We did that thing like when we were at IKEA. You're sitting on every couch, you're looking at every wicker basket, pretending what it would be like if you had jobs. So we're walking around, And we asked the people where the sectional is, and and this woman goes, "Oh, it's in the back. It's really small." She actually whispers it. And we're like, well, okay, no problem. So we go looking for it in the back, and it is small, but it would fit perfectly in our one-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? It's a small little sectional, but it's also what I want to, because it's kind of like a love seat with a Chase Lounge attachment on it, which is fine with me. And we're going to sit together and watch. It's perfect. It's really nice. It's $3. We sit in it, and Karen's like, I really like it. I said, okay. I go, here's the thing, though. I go, you want this thing? She's like, yeah, I really think I do. I go, all right, tell me how it's going to fit into our house. We've got the 2 chairs. She goes, well, I'm throwing my chair out. I said, okay, why? She goes, well, I hate it. I'm just tired of it. And I go, yes, you're tired of it, but you're going to spend $300 to replace it. You already have a chair. How many places to sit do you need in our house? You have one ass, honestly. And she's like, well, no, I really want this. It's really nice, and I can put it here. We can move the purple chair over here. I said, okay, here's the thing. We throw that other chair out and we buy this thing. That's fine, but it's $300. That means you can't go to Ross and spend $40 on something you saw. You can't go to the 99-cent store and spend $36 on pinwheels. You can't go here and spend $60 here, because I'll get all these receipts. That's the thing, is I'll sit down and do the page. I'm thinking we have a certain amount of money, and then all of a sudden there'll be 5 receipts from like Walgreens, Ross store, Joann's Fabrics, like all these, in the $20 here, $60 here, $40 here, and I don't need to tell you folks, it adds up. So I told her, if I buy this couch, if we buy this sectional, that's it. You can't buy anything for the next month. Anything at all. This is your screw it budget for the rest of the month, is you buy this. Okay, it sounds great. I said, all right, then I'm going to get it, but it's, it says 300, but with taxes and delivery and all that, it's going to be more like 4. And she's like, that's fine. And I said, all right, it's not fine. That's too much money and we can't afford it, but I will get it if you tell me we don't eat out the rest of the month. You don't say we need to go here and go there. You don't go spend any money. She's like, yeah, that's no problem. I can do that. I said, okay. So we go to the counter and I say to him, I go, you know what? I'm interested in getting that sectional. I go, do you guys deliver? They said, yeah. I said, how much? She goes, well, it's $130 for delivery. But then we'll go ahead and we'll set it up there and da-da-da-da. And I look at Karen. The second she said $130 for delivery, it's out. I know it's out, because now we're looking at $500. Because with taxes and everything else, it's going to be 5 bills. So I go, okay, hold on one second. I look at Karen. I go, now we're looking at $500. She goes, oh, well, can't we just put it in the car? And I go, that's never going to fit in my car. You know it's not going to fit in my car. And she says, oh, you're right. We don't need it. It's okay. And I said, you sure? Because, look, the only thing I hate worse than spending money that we can't spend is disappointing my wife. All right. So I said, are you sure? Are you okay with this? Because I don't mind. We can figure out a way somehow, or, we can get somebody with a truck. And none of this is true. We don't know anybody with a truck. We don't have any friends, but I'm trying to do whatever I can to, make her not sad. And she's like, no, it's okay, Michael. We don't need it. It was just an idea, And I said, okay, fine. That's great. Well, that's good. I go, we dodged a bullet, because we would have spent $400 we couldn't spend. So then we went and spent, $19 on hamburgers that were awful. I bought a big plate of pre-shit. It was terrible. All right, so we left there. We went home, and I said to Karen, I go, look, this chair is fine. I go, if you want, you can have. If you want to switch chairs, if that's the problem, we can muck it up. I don't care. There's an ottoman. I don't understand why you need more. That chair is comfortable, and you can put your feet up. It's got arms. It's fine. She goes, yeah, you're right. It's fine. We're okay. And I go, okay. I go, until we move, let's not worry about buying new furniture or anything, because we live in this fucking patchwork ant farm anyway. Let's just live here under the radar, do whatever we can, pay our bills, get everything squared away. And then once we come around, we can go ahead and buy furniture and move to a better place. Okay, great. I'm on board. Cool. All of our discussions are great. Everything's worked out perfectly. And I'm very happy. So this was Sunday that this all happened. And it's really important to me, because now I think I've finally gotten through to her, which is great. I mean, I'm excited about that. And I wouldn't call it a breakthrough. I mean, she's always, my wife works her ass off, and so I've never wanted to tell her no about anything. But I think finally she understands where we're at, which is good. So that's where we're at now on Sunday. And then Monday comes, and I'm in the house sleeping. I sleep during the day. She's up during the day. She wakes me up, and I go, hey, what's going on? And I get up, throw some water in my face, walk around the house, and I go, what happened? Anybody call? Nobody called. And what's the mail? Let's check out the mail. And I said, "What'd you do today?" She goes, "Oh, well, I had to do some research here, and I had to check out a job here, and I've set up a thing where she's got a class she's going to." And she goes, "Yeah, and I went out today, and she had to go to therapy, physical therapy on Monday for the thing that I can't talk about." And then she went ahead and stopped at Ross store, and then she went to go, and I hear that, and I let her finish talking, and I go, "Why'd you go to Ross?" She goes, "Oh, well, I stopped to look at some stuff." And I go, "Okay, did you spend any money at Ross?" She goes, "Yeah, the receipt's over on your table." And I go, "Well, how much did you spend at Ross?" She goes, $100. I said, "Why did you spend $100 at Ross?" She goes, "Well, I bought chairs." I said, "What do you mean you bought chairs?" She goes, "Well, I bought these really nice chairs. I bought two of them. They were $50 each, and they're going to replace that chair because I'm going to throw that chair away." I go, "Why? I thought we had a talk, and because we didn't get that sectional, you understood we had these chairs. These are the chairs that we have, and they're okay, and we're just going to move on." She goes, "Yeah, but they were really nice, and I tried them out, and they were really good." And I go, "You spent $100 at Ross on chairs, and we decided we weren't going to be buying any chairs, right? Wasn't that? I thought we had an agreement here. Didn't we have a 3-pronged segment agreement? Part of which we discussed at the Galleria, part of which we discussed at home. We discussed over hamburgers. We went out to Fashion Square Mall, and we discussed it there. Everything was discussed in different areas, and we came to an understanding. Correct? Didn't that happen?" And look, I don't like being this guy, because that's another thing. When I talked to her in part of our 3-pronged discussion, I said, I don't like being a nag. I don't want to be the guy who has to be, it's like, I imagine if you have kids, okay, and one of you is always the bad cop and one of you is always the good cop, the bad cop's going to go, "Hey, our kid hates me. Can we stop making me the one who deals out the punishments while you go play and have a catch? I mean, seriously, let's back off here and handle everything together." Well, we don't have any kids, so I have to be the bad cop to the good cop. And the good cop is the good cop to herself. So it's like, I just look like a complete asshole from the jump all the way around. I don't like me. She doesn't like me. So I look like a fucking dick. So I say to her, I go, "You've put me now in the exact same position I didn't want to be in. Not only have you spent money, which we decided we weren't going to do, but you're making me the bad cop who has to tell you that you shouldn't have spent that goddamn money. What the hell?" And she's like, "I could probably just bring them back." And I go, "Yeah, you can. You can just bring them back. That's fine. Where are they?" She goes, "Well, they're out in the car." And I go, "Fuck, they're out in the car. Great." So when I went out last night to go to work, I go in the car, and there are these 2 chairs, and I looked at them. They're like kitchen table chairs. They look nice. They're kind of leather, and they're squishy, but they're not the kind of chairs you would sit on to watch television. They're the kind of chairs you would sit on to wait in the lobby or have dinner. They're not fucking, comfortable. I'm going to sit down and watch TV chairs. So I couldn't believe it when I saw them. I went back in and I said, "Why would you buy those chairs? They make no sense." And she goes, "Well, they're nice. They're really nice." I go, "Why did you buy 2? You have one ass. Why do you need 2 goddamn chairs?" She's like, "Well, it's just they were a set and I bought them." And then she also bought throw pillows to go with them. So the bill was like $140. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I'm like, "You got to bring those chairs back." She's like, "All right, I'll bring them back. I promise. No problem." And that was yesterday. And then I woke up this afternoon. Again, I had a bad back, so I had to stay in bed. I couldn't get out of bed. And finally, I was able to shamble out of bed at like 5:30. And I walk in the living room, and the Edith Bunker chair is gone. And in its place are 2 chairs from Ross set up in the living room. And I said to her, "Why are these chairs in the house now?" She goes, "Well, I wanted to see what they would look like in the house." I go, "Okay, they look like chairs. And they also look like chairs that need to go back to Ross, right? They're going back?" "Well, I don't know. They look nice." I mean, I go, "All right, fuck. Will you bring back one of them? Can you at least bring back one of them?" And she goes, "No, I'll bring them both back." And I go, "Well, why did you bring them in the house then? You had them in the car. You could have gone out and driven. You could have gone out and taken them right back to Ross, right? You could have driven them, right?" And she's like, "Well, yeah." And I hate being this fucking guy, though, folks. I don't want to be the guy who has to be in charge of everything and tells her what to do. And but I guess it's my fault, because I didn't realize that my wife was going to be so fond of raping my wallet at every goddamn turn. And again, I don't even make any money for her to rape it. Seriously, that's what's happened. My wife, she's like, "Oh, yeah," she agrees to everything. And then sure enough, she gasses up the black van and just pulls up to my wallet and goes, "Hey, get in." And there's not a goddamn thing I can do about it. The only thing I can do is move my fucking wallet to Utah. You guys can get me at MikeandMikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy. You can Follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/the40year-old-boy. You can be Lily Von Stup's friend on Facebook at facebook.com/Lily Von Stup. You can follow her on Twitter at twitter.com/Lily Von Stup or at twitter.com/MNTs. You can be our friend David Hernandez's friend on Facebook. He is the guy who does all the artwork and the music for the show. He's the resident genius, the Renaissance man who is my friend for 30 years. You can find him through my page or Lily's page. David Hernandez is listed in our friends, and go ahead and be his friend. And also, if you want to write Lily a note that will avoid the prying eyes of the public and come to her in a clandestine fashion. If you want to send her a note via black van that will not be observed by any prying eyes, go ahead and write her at lily@burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Zazzle.com/40year-old boy. Please buy all his stuff. I'm changing the game, boss.
I want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 clubs in Santa Monica and Vine. I happen to have the producer of that show right here, so I can ask her a few questions. Hey, Lily Von Stup.
Hello, Michael.
You are the producer of that show. How was your birthday show this week, the Laugh-In show?
It was awesome.
Yeah, it went good?
Yes, it went fantastic.
I understand.
Had a wonderful birthday. I got birthday spankings. There were birthday peoples in the crowd.
There were celebrities in the crowd,
There
I
were.
understand.
It was awesome.
Who would that celebrity be?
Not Wade Boggs.
All right.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat
Yes.
made the scene, along with
Celebrated his birthday at my show with his hottie girlfriend.
Gabrielle Union,
Oh,
actress
my
Gabrielle
God.
Union. Yeah,
Gorgeous.
that's great. Unfortunately, I was not there,
No, I was very sad.
which makes no sense. Why? Is he going to talk to me? He's not going to talk to me. It's ridiculous. I'm just going to look at him from afar?
Yes,
I can watch him on
that's what
TV.
I did.
Well, why? I can watch that guy play basketball. Why do I want to watch him sit in a bar? I mean, honestly, that doesn't make any sense. So if I'm going to watch him, I'm going to watch him doing something.
I watched him from afar going, I know I should know who he is.
Yeah. That guy looked like $50 million, probably, I would imagine. Got to be rich, hot girl on his arm.
God damn, why didn't I bring a tip jar out?
Yeah.
But it was a great show.
Good.
It was. I had a great time.
And this week, who do we have coming?
This week I have, I don't know.
You have the Hawaii Five-0 theme coming, apparently.
Yes. I don't
San Francisco
remember, but I hosted.
accordionists? Are there
Yes.
San Francisco accordionists coming?
Yes,
Right?
Amber and her Anomalies, who also plays the Glockenspiel. And Renee do something, and I can't remember her last name. I apologize, Renee.
And she plays the theremin.
No, they both play accordions, and they are both in the Accordion Babes calendar in 2011.
Of course they are.
Of course they are.
But nobody
yes.
wants the Accordion Babes calendar because there's other calendars out there that are infinitely better.
Well, yeah, I know of one. But you know, you can have dual calendars.
No.
Like one for her appointments and one for his.
I think you should buy 2 of the same calendar. So you can look at it and go, oh, well, it's like a Magic Eye puzzle. You put them next to one another and cross your eyes and make them go and combine together. That's a good plan. I like that plan. All right, so that's this week at the 3 clubs in Santa Monica and Vine at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
You've got San Francisco accordionists, and you're hosting.
I'm hosting because it's my birthday month, so I get to be in every show.
Yes, it's your birthday month. Grow up. Although your birthday is, I guess, intrinsically you are growing up because your birthday is here. You are, wow, she's
I'm 9.
40?
45.
Oh, 45 years
I'm turning
old.
45 tomorrow.
Wow, the 45-year-old girl, friend of the 40-year-old boy. So if you see Lily out and about tomorrow, again, grab a handful of ass. That's great. That's what she wants. That's what she wants for her birthday. Change her oil. Go wrestling move and give her an oil change. That's another move. I was talking about Thiago Silva earlier, and bitch slapping that guy, and basically, basically Thiago Silva pulled a black van into the octagon and rolled Brandon Vera. It's a rape-heavy show. But there's a wrestling move called changing the oil, and it's like you go ahead and you grab a guy, you grab a handful of his haunch, like his ass, and you basically stick a finger in his ass to fucking roll him in wrestling. Yeah, that's a little rough. That's why wrestlers are delightful people. So remember that at the Santa Monica and Vine 3 clubs. Every Monday night is the Monday Night Teas at 10 o'clock. Go ahead and check that out. I want to remind you folks that, again, if you can be my Facebook friend, on my Facebook page, there's plenty of things for you to go and see, including a link to the Westside 86 Jokers, which is the Mike Schmidt fan club. Go ahead and check that out. And also many Bring Mike 2 pages, which is Bring Mike to Portland, Bring Mike to Phoenix, Bring Mike to Austin, Bring Mike to Minneapolis, Bring Mike to the Ozarks, Bring Mike to Ireland, Bring Mike to Australia, and I think I've covered them all at that point. There may be other Bring Mics too. But you can go ahead and sign up. If you're in those areas and you would attend those shows, please sign up so I know who would be coming. Like I said, I'm very close. The holidays have put a crimp in the email of people. So I'm supposed to be hearing from people that I'm not, or I should say people that I know are supposed to be hearing from people. Who knows? But I should have news coming up soon about me coming to certain cities. So go ahead and check that out. And again, sign up for the pages if you want to bring me there. Of course, remember our friends at tweakedaudio.com/40. Proud sponsors of Jared Lee Lochner and the Haiti Rape Vans. The Haiti Rape Vans. Actually, that's a minor league baseball team. The Haiti Rape Vans. They are they're a joy to watch. So burlesquebears.com is also available for you people who want bears that are dressed like sluts. Remember that Lily will go ahead and hand make every bear. Make a special request of her. She will do that at burlesquebears.com. Remember to go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and go to the Joe Business page. If you go to that page, you can click on the Year 1 and Year 2 sets. You can buy them separately or buy them together as the Super Angry Guy Gene Happy Good Time Yelling combo. You can also go to the Joe Business page and click through to the Zazzle store where we have mugs, mouse pads, the Hanjabica t-shirts still out there. Be the first in your neighborhood. Be the first in your country. Be the first in the world to buy the Hanjabica shirt, folks. Did not exactly fly off the shelves. And also the Stripple shirt is available. We sold those. But and also the I'm Changing the Game Moth calendar, which I'm holding in my hand right now.
Yes!
As I was able to get one for myself and one for young Lily and one for David Hernandez. So if you need a 2011 calendar, buy the I'm Changing the Game Moth calendar, which features all of the Mex artwork that he has done for the show. Or not all of it, but certainly ones that he and I sat down and spent many a late night choosing and then deciding what month went best with which picture and then trying to put them together, and I put way too much thought into everything, folks. So again, go to the Joe Business page. You can click through the Zazzle store and click to the Year 1 and Year 2. And also, if you want to donate to the show, like these people did, like our friend, I'm behind here, so I don't know if I've mentioned, Todd R. donated to the show. Todd R., that's your third donation, Todd R. Thank you so much. Todd R. donated, and also Amity A. is our friend from Facebook who actually came out to the One Man. She saw us. She donated. This was her second time donating to the show, so thank you so much, Amity A. And I'm also going to throw it out there to Michael T. Michael T. is a guy who, he's actually in the Ozarks. He has said he's going to come out to the show if I ever wind up near St. Louis or anything. And Michael T. donated to the show. And he actually has a picture of himself in a Skull Pie shirt on his Facebook page. So, yes, he was one of them who bought the Skull Pie shirt when that was a great idea. So Michael T., Amity A., and Todd R., thank you so much for sponsoring the show. We do appreciate your donations. And if you want to donate to the show, go to the MikeSchmidtComedy.com site. And up in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little Schmitty there, and he's got his little pocket out. And go ahead and click on him, and you can donate to the show. And I've had people, as I've mentioned before, talk to me. They say, well, a one-time donation is nice, but we would like to make it a monthly donation and kind of sign up as a subscription. And I should tell you that's coming very soon. We're finalizing the artwork for that page, and once that's what we need. We need the art because again, I have to have artwork, and so Mex and I were talking about the artwork for it and trying to figure out, because with the Super Angry Guy Gene, if you buy Year 1, there's one horn. You buy Year 2, there's two horns, and you buy Super Angry Guy Gene, well, that's two horns with the little rice hat. So we had to figure out what it was going to be for the subscription. So I think we've narrowed it down. He sent me some roughs, and I like a couple of them. We have to figure it out. But hopefully the subscription will be up soon, and then you guys can go ahead and subscribe if you want to do that. That'd be great. And and I should also tell you people that I will be performing live.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Doing stand-up comedy. A listener to the show, a friend of mine, Rye Silverman, contacted me. He books a place called the Harlem Place Cafe. And he was like, hey, you want to do some time? And I said, no. No, it's a lie. Of course I said yes. And he's like, great. And he was going to book me in December, but then he went out of town, and I didn't want to be there if he wasn't going to be there because I'm a child. And so it turns out January 19th, which is next Wednesday. So I will be coming in here and recording the podcast and then leaving here and booking quickly over to the Harlem Place Cafe to go and do a set. I think I'm doing 10 minutes. He wrote me. He's like, yeah, I can get you 10 minutes, but it might be more. And your audience does not want me to do more, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's just let me do 10 and let everybody be happy. But yeah, that's the Harlem Place Cafe. The address on that is 124 West 4th Street in Los Angeles. And I will link that on my Facebook. I will have a thing on my Facebook page. And if you want to come out and check it out. Many other funny comedians are all going to be there. I don't know names yet because he hasn't finalized everything. But I know the show starts at 8 o'clock. I guess there's street parking on the garage. Here's my favorite thing. He's like, here's landmarks that might help you. It's on the same block as Rocket Pizza and Urban Noodle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is not to be confused with the block that has Urban Pizza and Rocket Noodle. Oh, my God, do I love Rocket Noodle. How great. That's my porn name. Rocket Noodle. So I'm there next Wednesday the 19th at the Harlem Place Cafe. The show starts at 8 o'clock, and I will be getting there right around then because I'll be here doing the podcast. But if you see me there, come up and say hi. It'd be cool to meet you. And if you don't want to talk to me, that's fine because I don't like talking to people for real anyway. But so come on out next week. That's Wednesday, January 19th at the Harlem Place Cafe at 124 West 4th Street. And I got to get out of here. I got to bail. Why would I say it at the end of the show? It's so stupid. Of course I got to get out of here. That's what I got to do. It's 1/11/11, folks. You know how big I'm a fan of 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11. Today is 1/11/11. And somebody wrote and they're like, for the last time in our lives. I'm like, well, aren't you the pessimist? Who's to say I don't live to 3011, you dick? Somehow there's going to be some sort of, well, who am I kidding? There's not going to be a medical breakthrough that lets me live 1,000 years. We can't even build a hospital in Haiti without raping passersby. Seriously, we are not anywhere near, as a country, getting time travel or making people live 1,000 years if we can't even rebuild a fucking baseball field in Haiti so the Haiti rape fans have a place to practice. God damn it, what's wrong with us? Why would I think that I'd be looking in the future and having something like that happen? That's not going to happen. Oh, man, we can't even rebuild a country without raping all of its inhabitants. I'm telling you, we got to get the flotilla, put everybody on there, and get them over to Utah. I look forward to angry letters from Utah. Why do I spit out this random bullshit that nobody fucking cares about? I am peddling obscenity. I am going to get a whole fucking army of you people, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to listen to me and then do nothing for an entire fucking week. I can't be trusted. Don't you people know this? It was like the Back to the Future of suck. I don't want to have a boner in somebody else's pants. I need to shoot up heroin and jog. Hey, ass fuck, are you listening to anything that I'm saying to you? Fuck, somebody's got to shut that old guy up. And I'm like, fuck you! I'm not a potato! I'm a goddamn cantaloupe! Hi, Mike. 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 Hi, Mike.